second set. Hawaii down 1-0. It's 20-17, and back to serve it is going to be Brett Hemmerling. And Hawaii needs to try to turn the tide on the beach right here and now. Hemmerling with a good serve. Overpass by Hunt, jousted the net. Hawaii with an opportunity. And they're going to call a carry.
Well, the pass was too close to the net. Biscaro went up to play it. And when Long Beach State attacked it, Biscaro was up there, and he became an illegal blocker for Hawaii because he's coming out of the back row.
Well, into Hawaii is going to, in for Hawaii, is going to be Scott Hartley.
Well, Hartley, interestingly enough, has been mostly a serving specialist this year, and actually has played some libero.
6'4" sophomore out of Encinitas, California. Chasing it down for the beach is McElderry. And Hawaii now with an opportunity. Right over the middle. And Nick West gets a good set that time from Biscaro and hammers it straight down for the point.
Yeah, West has not gotten enough sets. He's only gotten 5 sets all night long, and he's killed 2 of them. Lofi's gotten 6 sets all night long. I think Sam Biscaro's got to get back to the middle and get those guys involved to make it easier on the outside attackers.
And the service error by Harrison Carroll. And it's 22-18, a costly error at an untimely moment in this match. And Hawaii finds itself down by 4, 22 serving 18. Costello gets the pass up again, they go to West and he puts it down. So you said it, he needs to get more opportunities, and he's paid dividends in his last 2 opportunities.
Pretty good pass by Costello off a tough Meehan serve. And there's the nice little, like, wrist away by Nick West.
Well, you don't have to hit it incredibly hard when you're that tall and you have the ability to put it almost straight down, and West goes 6 feet 8 inches tall. Off the top of the tape, the serve by Hartley. And Crab off the touch, keeping it alive. Hartley to Hunt. Unable to put it down, saved by Crab. Costello with a nice dig, and then Hunt hammers it. And they're gonna watch that one go out, and it's outside the antenna. A good effort on the part of Connor Albright, but it's a point for Hawaii, and they're back within 2.
Boy, there you see Nick Costello again popping up a really tough dig, and then Hunt terminating.
And a timeout, and if I'm not mistaken, is that the first timeout called all night by Andy Reid? I believe it is.
I believe it is.
So he's just gonna take a little bit of a break as Hawaii, down by 4, reels off 2 consecutive points. Hey, a reminder, all the information you need about University of Hawaii Athletics is right at your fingertips. Just go to hawaiiathletics.com for UH news, tickets, videos, and a host of other items. Also visit Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube sites to follow your favorite teams and get current fan promotions. That's uhathletics.com. So 2 points for Hawaii. They need to run off a couple of more.
You see Jeff Hall, Charlie Wade's first assistant, talking to Nick West and Lofi. He's got numbers right there that Lofi's looking at, which are the hitting tendencies of Long Beach State, either thus far in the match or for the year. So Jeff Hall is telling them, okay, here's where the next set is probably going to go, so be ready. If there's a good pass, here's where it's probably going to go. And Anton Willard, the guy that's right there next to Jeff Hall, he's the guy who runs all the numbers. He's the computer guy. He's actually running, he's got a running thing going on right there with his computer, where he's figuring out all the hitting tendencies of every hitter for Long Beach State. It's a pretty amazing program that he's got.
Yeah, it really is. But if you've ever had an opportunity to kind of sit down and talk to him and look at all the different variations that he comes up with, it's just, it's pretty amazing what he does, this whole matrix that he puts together.
He's literally, he has every single touch coded on that keyboard right there. So you can look back and sync up all the numbers with the film later on. There it is. All those, you notice those aren't a normal QWERTY keyboard. It's got his own codes on there.
So Hartley again back to serve for Hawaii. Again, they need to put together a couple of points. Hunt gets a touch on it, keeps it alive. They're gonna go back to Hunt. Oh, and he is roofed. A big play by Nadazdin at the net.
Again, Hawaii had a chance, had a dig and a chance to score in transition, going from defense to offense. Hunt sees the block there, tries to tool Nadazdin, but Nadazdin was just too tough. Excellent outside block.
Back to Hunt. And this time, nobody's gonna deny him. Hawaii back within 2. It'll be 21 serving 23.
At that time, Stephen Hunt was faced with a split block. He had a little bit of a seam there open, and he took advantage of it.
See the numbers on Hunt. Nick West just needs to get the serve in. May have been long played, and Hawaii will have an opportunity. Hunt, not that time, back to Hunt. Better set off of Crab for the kill, and Hawaii is within 1.
The Warriors just getting tougher and tougher. That was a good top-spin slam down by Stephen Hunt. Got inside the block that time after he went line the first time. So the Long Beach State block, Hunt is trying to fool them with different shots.
Critical point right here. Hawaii trailing 23-22 and hammered down that time by the Srdjan.
The Srdjan. I like that. For those who might have just joined us, his real first name is Srdjan. There it is. 8 kills, 4 blocks. Nadazdin.
So now set point for the second set coming in. Nice play by Hartley to get that one up. Hunt unable to get it down, and an opportunity for Hawaii, but wouldn't you know it? Just when you need a little bit of a break, a ball off the tape by Hemmerling and it drops down. And you know, that's the kind of moment where if you're Charlie Wade, if you're the Hawaii team, you just shake your head and say, are you kidding me, Chris? What else could happen?
This ball could have gone on Long Beach State's side. It could be 23-24. Instead, it trickles over on Hawaii's side. Game over.
So Hawaii heads into the locker room. Charlie Wade, time to find that piece of the puzzle, and quickly down 2 sets to none.
Hawaii is down 2 sets, 25-19, and then just moments ago, a heartbreaking final point as they lose it once again. Well, their season could be hanging in the balance as we welcome you to the break. Dan Malone alongside Sean Carney and Tony Ching. we want to take you back to a timeout. And Tony Ching, you have a look, and I want to know a little bit more about this as Brooks Sador comes to the huddle, and here comes our analyst slash coach, Tony Ching. So Tony, what were you telling?
I like Brooks. Brooks a hard worker. He's a really good player. He was just getting down on himself, and I've been there before. I'm frustrated. I know how he's frustrated. I always want to play well. I know Brooks always wants to play well. He expects more of himself. And I just wanted to remind him that, look, you're a good player. You're doing a lot of good things. You're passing well. You're serving well. Your hitting is struggling a little bit. But I just wanted to make sure that he was calm. If he get called on to go back in the game, he can be an effective player. And I believe in him, and I know that all the coaches believe in him, so that's what I was just telling him.
Sean, how'd you see the first two sets?
Well, I think it's all about emotions, about using your head when you play. I don't think Long Beach did anything that UH can deal with. I think that UH shot themselves in their foot on a couple plays, and next thing you know, they're down 2-0. So, that's a good thing. If you look at it a certain way, Long Beach doesn't have a dominant player that's really going to put them away early. So I think that it wasn't quite what I wanted to see emotionally, but I think that they can still come out and win this match.
I agree with Sean. Emotionally, I think they need to step it up. They talked a big game before the game. They were ready to play, and it's lacking a little on the court, and I expect more of them, and I know they want to win, and I just want them to let it out and let it all hang out tonight.
Will you be leaving us early to go to the locker room to talk to Brooks?
I want to, really badly.
Hey, statistically speaking, they hit 171 in the first set, 133 in the second. You just can't hit with those sort of numbers and expect to win. Fair enough?
No, Long Beach has a great scouting report, as everybody did all year. They know that Steve Hunt's the man that they're going to go to a lot, and they've been shutting Steve down or focusing on Steve and making him work extra hard to get his kills and his points. And we're still lacking that second person to step up with JP and Brooke hitting in the negatives at the moment. Really, the only positive aspect of the game has been Jared Lofi and hitting a high percentage, and they kind of gone away from him.
Yeah, that's what they do. Feed the middle. Try to get something going, and I think that that will open up the ball for Steve Hunt a lot more on the outside.
We're going to continue here. Once again, Hawaii down 2 sets. More thoughts on what lies ahead as Hawaii down to the 49ers. Back after this. Welcome back to the stand, Sheriff. Let's get you caught up with the Scott Hawaii scoreboard and standings. As you have a look at BYU coming up a winner, UCLA, San Diego with the shocker, Santa Barbara and UC Irvine numbers. As we take a look at what's taking place with UOP, USC a winner, and Stanford and Pepperdine. We have reached the break with Hawaii down 2-0, and guys, the proverbial backs to the wall, got to win now. Your thoughts?
They got to get somebody else other than Steve Hunt. Both outside hitters other than Steve are hitting negative right now with 2 kills on the night. They need something else.
Yep. The passing has been good. The serving has been consistent. Their defense is lacking a little bit, but the energy level has picked up, and so has the defense. Hopefully someone will step up to fill that void, and I think things will turn around.
We got about 10 seconds. Do you think Coach Wade is reminding them, hey, listen, this is your season. Either win or pretty much go home?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of bad words going on in that locker room right now, but hopefully that sparks the fire.
All right, guys, well, we're going to continue with set number 3. It's straight ahead right here on OC Sports.
Back at the intermission, a look at Charlie Wade and a look at our stats, courtesy of McDonald's. Let's look at these McDonald match stats. What do you see there, Chris?
Two things that jump out of the ones that are highlighted. Hawaii's errors, 15-8 over Long Beach State. You don't want to lead that category. And the second one is Long Beach State really good at the net, 8 blocks to 2.
Well, let's talk about those blocks as we look at them. We've been talking all night. Harrison Carroll having a tough go at it. Stephen Hunt, he's always double teamed. Brooks Sador, everybody's running into that wall tonight.
Ryan Meehan, number 25, having a phenomenal night at the net. He's been in on 6 of Long Beach State's 8 blocks. Stephen Hunt doing the best he can to keep Hawaii in this ball game. Little wipe-off shot right there with his left hand. A high seam shot right there. Nice little tap down for a point on the block. And another hard hammer across court. Hunt doing it with his normal heat. More heat. And more heat by Hunt. Here comes another one. Stephen Hunt with 10 kills so far.
Well, tomorrow night he's going to be on it along with the rest of the seniors, but right now they're not even thinking about tomorrow. They're thinking about 3 sets, down 2-0 here in set number 3. First serve off the tape by Brooks Sador. Hunt with a little piece of it. And Nick West putting it down, but missing wide on that first swing.
I like the fact that Mascaro immediately went to Hunt. Hawaii's only setting in the middle 16% of the time right now. It should be closer to 20 to 25 at least, especially since the 2 middles are hitting for a high percentage. Got to get them more involved.
Hunt, the swing. Good job of keeping the ball alive. Some good extra effort. Crab getting it over the net, and Hunt again off the block for the kill.
So even when Stephen Hunt's facing 2 blockers, there's a pretty good chance if he gets a good set, the right place in his wheelhouse, he will deliver and get the side out. There he goes, high hands off the middle blocker and gets the point.
So even at 1-1 here in set number 3, West back to serve for the Warriors. Good serve. And Sador unable to pass that one up. Point for the Beach.
Hammerling coming out of the back row. Been pretty effective out of the back row, picking up his 4th kill there.
Taylor Crabb, the sophomore out of Punahou School, serving it for the Beach. Hunt. And off the block, and the block goes down again on the Hawaii side of the net, another point. And again, that block of Long Beach State. And things are kind of going their way, even when they didn't get a good piece of it. It just goes sideways, but over the net, overpass. Nice effort by Carroll to keep that one alive, and Hunt just forced to two-hand it over the net. And then Crabb flying in out of the back row, and he puts it down, and he plays much bigger than his 6-foot frame.
Yeah, he was the only player on this team returning all MPSF freshman team. He also made honorable mention. Plus, he was picked by one of the services to be a preseason All-American this year. So he's been the one who's been their go-to guy all year long.
You hear the chant, "Let's go Bows." They're trailing 4-1. Lofi set over the middle, off the net, back the other way. Costello with the overpass and a nice little dump shot by Ornay to put it down. And Long Beach State very quickly out to a 5-1 lead. And out of the intermission, the Beach just come crashing out on the Warriors. Charlie Wade calls the timeout.
See what's new this spring. See what's new this spring at Big Island Candies. Visit BigIslandCandies.com to view their entire seasonal collection.
Well, they're trying their best to paddle Hawaii, get them going here, but they're running into some rough seas, running into a rough beach in Long Beach State. Stephen Hunt just forced to knock it over the net. And right over the middle, another big swing, and Ornay hammers it down, 6-1. Long Beach State here in set number 3. And
Charlie Wade put in a new libero, which is unusual. Put in Troy Crutchfield, the senior, for Costello. See if Troy can bring a little bit of energy to this group.
another overpass by Hawaii. They nearly got away with it. And then Crutch keeping that one alive out of the back row, and finally breaking a 5-0 run is Harrison Carroll.
Skrull made a nice little block there at the net to keep that rally alive. But the most important thing Hawaii's got to do is they've got to pass better and side out better. They're only siding out tonight at like a 55% rate. You've got to, in this league, you got to side out. In other words, win a point off the serve at least 70%.
Carroll unable to take advantage of the overpass, and a great little dump shot there. Little over-the-shoulder shot by Connor Albright.
Albright seems to know when and where to do that. I think part of that's in his DNA. His dad, former UCLA All-American, he just knows how to do it.
Got the eyes in the back of the head. Hunt kind of had to stutter step as he had to wait for the set and then fires it long, and it's 8-2 here in set number 3. look at this Hawaii schedule, and you talked about how they had to play the 4 toughest teams in the country in 4 successive matches, and not that this is by any means an easy match. Clearly ranked number 9, but one of the more beatable teams, if there are such a thing, in the MPSF. And not going well tonight. Good swing there by Hunt.
You know, had Hawaii gotten a couple of the easier teams like a Santa Barbara, Northridge, Long Beach State, somewhere in the middle of that run, they could have, I think, regained some of their confidence. But confidence is a hard thing to recapture once you've been beaten by number 1, then number 2, then number 3, then number 4 in 8 straight matches. It's pretty tough. The fact they pulled off that one against Stanford was pretty tough, because that was at the end of that long run.
9-3 the score after these 2 matches tonight and tomorrow. It's on to UC Santa Barbara to finish up the season. Well, hopefully not finish it up, but at least the regular season. But without a win here tonight, it may be, in fact, to finish up the season. And now it's 10-3. Long Beach State just reeling off the points as Albright proving dangerous on the serve as well. To the far side, flying out and hitting it long is Brooks Sador. And certainly not for a lack of effort and for a lack of trying. And sometimes you try too hard. And like you said earlier, maybe a little bit too much adrenaline, maybe trying a little bit too hard and trying to get the perfect shot.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, you can't afford to be perfect.
Yeah.
Just got to be good and get it in.
There is a lot of extra trying right now. The guys are really pressing. And, sometimes that makes it just that much more difficult when you're trying too hard.
Albright with a service error. It'll be 4 serving 11 here in set number 3. Hawaii trailing 2-0. And back to serve will be Lofi, who floats it over. Nice play at the net by Nick West for the point.
I talked to Nick West yesterday about how the trip was to Northridge, and he said, you know, I really felt good about how my blocking has improved. And it's plays like that where he was really alert at the net. He was ready for that little set from off the net that Albright put up there. I think earlier in the year he would have left and already gone to the outside, knowing that when the ball's passed off the net by the other team, it's probably going to go to one of the 2 pins. Instead, he stayed really patient there and just waited and then tapped it down.
Touch by Carroll keeps that one alive. Hunt out of the back row, and that time Crabb, kind of an uncharacteristic miss on a pass. And point for Hawaii.
Crabb, one of the better defenders in the league, by the way. Really a good defensive player. Hunt has an awkward back row attack shot there. Finds the right part of the court to hit it to. Nobody home.
So Hawaii with 3 consecutive points. Not a great swing by Meehan, but enough on it to put it down for the kill. 12-6 the score. And back to serve it up will be Brad Hemmerling. Hemmerling with the jump serve. Biscaro to Nick West. Dug up back there by McElderry. And that ball hit wide. That's a point for Hawaii.
McElderry did a great job on that dig, keeping the ball alive on a well-driven ball by Nick West.
Good swing from the far corner by Nadazdin. Another point for the Beach. They lead at 13-7.
Long Beach State with another pretty good pass. They go back to the right. They love setting that backside. They've been very successful there.
And a smart play that time by Brooks Ador. Goes up hard and just pushes it over. Finds that perfect little seam for the kill. Hawaii back within 5, 8 serving 13. Sador back to do the honors for Hawaii.
And Sador, one of the players who can get hot. You know, I really like his jump serve. When he gets better at being consistent with it, you know, he can really light it up. He's got great heat from back there. Good top spin to bring the ball down near the back line. And it's just a matter of time before he gets just more and more comfortable in the MPSF. Tough league, toughest in the country.
We mentioned the series record between these two. Hawaii leads the overall 38-32, including a 20-12 edge in Hawaii. There's a service ace.
There's an example of what I was talking about. Sonora delivering.
Got a baseball score, and Hawaii picking up another run, and now leading it 3-0. And a reminder, we'll televise on OC Sports the final game on Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow night we'll be back in here in the Stan Sheriff Center for senior night for the Warrior volleyball team. Once again, Costello keeping it alive. He's done it how many times tonight? Showing the great effort, but flying out of the back row and hammering it down for the winner. For Long Beach State, once again, is Brad Hemmerling. And
they love to set him in transition when they've dug a ball and they got somebody going hard in the middle attacker goes, and Hawaii goes for that fake, and Hemmerling comes flying out of the back row. Good setting by Albright there.
And a smart play by Biscaro.
That's exactly what Sam needs to do. Is if he's not going to set the middle attackers, then set himself in the middle and dump one like that to keep the Long Beach State block honest. That block has just been dominating all night. They've got 9 blocks to Hawaii's 3.
The dump shot brings Hawaii back within 4, 10 serving 14. Nick West off the tape. Good job by McElderry to keep that one alive. Chasing it down, West with the one-handed touch. And then Hunt off the block, puts it down.
Now they're starting to play some volleyball, have some fun. The fans are having fun too. How about Nick West going out a one-handed stab at it, popped it back in, and Stephen Hunt terminating.
Hawaii back within 3. West with the high toss and a good serve. Overpass, Hunt, and he hits it wide. Oh, it could have been an easy point. Instead, you give one away. 15-11, we take a timeout. We'll be back. Back at the Stan Sheriff Center, what do you say we check out tonight's Jack Fact?
It's the 1,000 Kill Club. Stephen Hunt became the 14th Warrior with 1,000 kills on Saturday at Cal State. And LBSU's, Long Beach State's Jim Boffman, 2 kills away from 1,000. He would become the 19th 49er to do so. Boffman, unlikely he'll play tonight. He's been injured. I don't think he's played the last 4 matches. He's quite a player, though. He was playing that opposite position prior to getting hurt. He's got some tendonitis in his knees, and so it's been tough go for him because he's one of the senior leaders for them.
Boffman, a familiar name here in Manoa. His sister Courtney was a pitcher for the University of Hawaii Wahine softball team. As Stephen Hunt atones for that last hit. Puts this one down and in, and Hawaii back within 3, 12 serving 15. Sam Biscaro, one of the co-captains of this Warrior team, back to serve. And that one's going to be out. So service error on the part of Hawaii. Now they find themselves back down by 4.
That was an example of trying too hard. Boscaro's already had 2 serves out tonight. He knows that down, 15-12 is a good time to start scoring points. So he did not want to hit it out. He just tried too hard.
Lofi right over the middle, got a good swing on it, but dug up nicely by the beach. Carroll. And Carroll is roofed with the ball out and point Hawaii. So the block was there, but the angle was not.
That was a pretty good sequence right there by Hawaii as Boscaro put up a nice ball, high ball to the outside for Carroll to tool the Long Beach State block.
Hawaii back within 3, the senior out of Canada. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Stephen Hunt. High jump serve, and that went into the tape.
It all started with a toss that was way too far into the court, and he just couldn't chase it down fast enough and keep it in. There's nothing worse than a bad toss if you're a jump server.
17-13. Carroll finds the seam. Nice job of putting that one between Meehan and Hemmerling.
Jumping Harrison Carroll. Jumping Harry. Wow, that was one. That might have been his best hit of the night right there. Hit nice seam. Good set from Boscaro as well, and a good pass up there by Hunt.
Hunt with the pass to keep it alive. And then Sador unable to power it through the block. Back to Sador, not a really good set for him. One-handed save by Boscaro. And Hunt with a two-handed touch. Crabb keeps it alive. Some nifty play. Nick West keeps it alive, and then Hunt from the back row. And that's probably the best rally of the night for Hawaii.
Absolutely. How about the one-handed dig by Lofi? Lofi popped it up right there with one hand. Stephen Hunt being aggressive on that third play. And Long Beach State unable to put that down.
From a dead stop, kills it from the back row. And that ball's going to be out, and Hawaii's going to be within 1 point. And a timeout by Andy Reid as Hawaii reels off 3 straight points to pull within 1. Back at the Stanley, and some inspired play by the Warriors and a chance to check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank.
I want to see patience and discipline. Watch Nick West in the middle. He's the middle blocker. Nick gets his only block of the night right there by staying home, not getting sucked to the outside like he sometimes does. And the set that time was dictated to go to the outside, but Nick just stayed patient, stayed home, and got a block solo.
Scott Hartley to serve. Hawaii was down by as many as 8 points. They are back within 1. So a huge rally by the Warriors with their backs against the wall and the soft little roll shot.
Boy, Srdjan that time pulled up a nice shot. He's had so many of his other shots, his bailout shots, have been high and hard or wide. That time he chose that little roller, which was pretty savvy.
And the Beach back up by 2, 18-16. Hunt with the pass, and to Harrison Carroll. That's off the block, and that's good for the kill. And this guy, I tell you, 6 feet tall, but playing like a giant tonight.
And Stephen Hunt with a perfect pass that time. Biscaro gave Harry a good set as well, but Stephen Hunt passed up a very difficult serve there to get the whole play going. Remember, it's all about the pass in this game. Without the pass, it really makes life difficult for an offense if you do not have that first pass up there somewhere in the vicinity of the net and in the middle of the court.
11 kills for Harrison Carroll, second only to Stephen Hunt, who has 16. Carroll back to serve. Hawaii back within 1. Good swing that time. Nadazdin.
Somehow or another, he just finds, even if there's 2 blockers up, he finds a way to get the ball down. 27 swings now, 11 kills. He's hitting .250.
Costello nearly an overpass. Biscaro dumped it over his shoulder, saved by the Beach. Great effort by Hunt, by Costello, and Carroll gets it over. And then a good kill shot by Jeff Ornay. Well, Hawaii, the defense, unfortunately, they played such great defense, they were unable to get back into position the next go-around.
Yeah, Long Beach State plays such good transition offense as well. When they get a free ball like that, they just got in. They're pretty good at converting, probably around 90% of the time. And most of that time, they go to the middles.
On 2 separate occasions, Hawaii managed to pull within 1, but now, once again, they trail it by 3, 20-17. Hunt, perfect pass, but not a good set. Hunt forced to just knock it over. And flying out of the back row and putting it down with authority is Brad Hemmerling. And Hemmerling now with his 7th kill of the night. Charlie Wade calls a timeout with his team now back down by 4.
Hemmerling seems like all night he's lived off that particular set. That's called the BIC, B-I-C. It's a back row quick, and it's set very low, and it's as if you're having another middle attacker because the guy's coming flying out of the back row right on top of the middle attacker who's already in the air and coming down. So it's a very effective play, but it's a timing play that Hawaii tried to run on the play prior to that, but Biscaro and Stephen Hunt misconnected, and Hawaii had to give a free ball to Long Beach State, and Long Beach State made them pay for it.
Long Beach State jumped out to an 8-point advantage. They led it at one point in this 3rd set, 11-3. Hawaii on 2 occasions pulled within 1, most recently 18-17, but then the Beach just reeled off 3 straight, and they lead at 21-17.
Charlie Wade talking to Jeff Hall's assistant there, talking about who do we get in and what can we change? You know, in men's volleyball, you really can't change much in the way of personnel in a particular set because there's only 6 substitutions. Women's volleyball, there's 12, so you have twice as many chances to push a lot of buttons and get a lot of subs in, but not in men's volleyball. The coach's hands are really basically tied to subbing maybe just a couple of times, and that's about it.
It's pretty much now time. There's no time to wait for Hawaii. We talked about this pretty much being a must-win match. They are down 2-0 and trailing by 4 here in the 3rd set. Ryan Meehan to serve it up for the Beach. And so Meehan now knocks it over. Hunt with the pass. And Carroll manages to find the seam. Good swing by Carroll, and Hawaii within 3. Carroll now with 12 kills.
Harrison Carroll saw that line open up, and he really used it, putting some nice velocity on the ball as well.
So Brooks Sador back into the match. He'll be on serve for Hawaii, down by 3. His first serve of the night, under the net. And he had a couple of other awkward swings. It just started off not so good for him. And
he did follow it up later on with an ace. And he hasn't made a service error since.
Well, the name of the game now, just put it in play. We talked a couple times this match about not striving for perfection. Right now, it's about execution. And a very good serve. And a service ace.
I told you earlier that he can get it going. You just got to learn how to be more consistent, have a variety of serves, not just the same one all the time. But this one, he gets some pretty good heat on it with a lot of topspin right there. It just dropped.
Right at the feet of Kyle McElderry at 6 feet 5 inches tall, just couldn't get down, and Hawaii within.
He's not your normal libero, by the way, at 6'5".
No, I was going to say. Again, he goes at McElderry, and that time he just throws out an arm to keep it alive, and Hawaii's going to get an opportunity. They're going to set it up for Hunt. And he hits it wide, and that's a couple of times where Hunt has had an open opportunity and has been unable to put it down. And instead of 21-20, it's 22-19. Big difference on that
Hawaii's really
swing.
struggled to score in transition. They'll dig a ball like that and then not put it away on the third hit.
Again, back to Hunt. This time hammers it down.
I guarantee you, Stephen Hunt's saying, where was that swing on the last ball? Although it would be 21-all right now if there you see his cross-court heater.
17 kills now for the senior out of Canada. And Nick West goes back to serve. Hawaii within 2. Every point huge at this juncture, and he hits it out.
And he knew it was important, and he was trying to